Time to do the final shaping of the links for the suspension system. In the CMS, I've installed a CMT router bit, 2-inch cutting length, upper and lower bearings. This is a pattern cutting bit. It will work against the template. I have removed the primary fence and installed the freehand fence. It allows for dust collection at the rear and also gives you a starting pin, but instead of a simple starting pin, what Festool has done is they have put this arm in here. And by using that arm, instead of just coming up against one pin and rolling into the bearing, you can actually start on this bar here and it guides you into the system a little better. One other thing I've added is a dust pickup on this side. That's hooked to a CT22. I have to turn it on manually. As I'm routing, even though there is dust collection at the rear of the fence here, and at the router is naturally throwing the debris this way. And I want to pick up as much of that as I can. You can see I've installed 2 templates, one on each side. I've also taken a jigsaw and cleaned out some of the material. The bit will need to be adjusted so that the bearing, this upper bearing to start with, is going to ride on this pattern. When you adjust it, you need to make certain that the bearing is going to hit your template and enough of the cutter comes up so you don't leave a line here. You want to remove all the material on the piece. Once it's adjusted, check the guide finger. That looks good. Double check your height. Looks good. Store the lift handle, tighten the router. This is a shield to protect your fingers, or at least keep your fingers away from the bit. Just slides in. And you just need to leave a little space between the shield and the piece being routed. You don't want it to drag, and you kind of want to make sure everything feels okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it in and route this direction. When I come to this end, I will take off about 50% of the circle here. I will then flip it over and do the exact same thing. The final step will be is I will raise the bit, flip the piece over, and we will then work against the lower template. In doing so, it allows me to guide through the trunnions. So, I'm going to turn on the CT22. The 36 will come on automatically. One time, a little bit at a time until you get to the template. I've gone around what would be the upper trunnion on each side. Cleared off some so I don't have to take a lot off of the lower with the lower trunnion. And now we're going to go ahead and raise the bit. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit more off this side. Go ahead and raise the bit, and then we're going to use the lower bearing on the bit to finish forming this side against this trunnion. The reason why I don't do it with the upper bearing is I don't want to approach the bit in this direction and possibly have tear out of the grain. Have to move that out of the way. It does not raise high enough to help you out here much, so we're just going to get it out of the way. Again, check the bearing. Now I'm referencing off the lower bearing, which is right here. Looks good. Put the handle away, lift handle away, and make sure you tighten the router. I have to drop the bit a little more. It's leaving a little notch right there, which means I'm actually now between the cutter and the bearing. Gonna do the other side. There we go, the link shaped to the templates. The whole time I've referred to this as a 4-link system. So you see that one. There's the other 3. You can see where the glue was holding the template on before. And I have to do some sanding, clean off the glue. Alcohol removes the hot melt glue pretty well. I have to decide whether I'm going to ease the edges on these. I haven't decided yet. So there you go. The making of the suspension system for a cradle. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of it, and never can tell what I'll come up with next time.